I do believe that manifestation is happening faster and that we're moving towards instantaneous manifestation. And I believe if you follow these principles and fully embody, you will find that these things move faster and that focusing on the how slows it down. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. Let's talk about letting go. Two words that sound so simple. Just let go. People say it all the time, but when you actually try to do it, you realize those two words might be the hardest instruction anyone's ever given you. Here's the paradox that sits at the heart of conscious creation. You are a powerful creator. You can shift timelines. You can choose your state. You can step into realities that match the frequency you're holding. All of that is true. And the tighter you grip what you're trying to create, the more you push it away. This isn't a contradiction. It's the deeper mechanics of how manifestation actually works. You create through state, through embodiment, through becoming the version of yourself who already has what you desire. That's the work. That's where your power lives. But then something else has to happen. Once you've set the intention, once you've shifted the state, once you've done your part, you have to release. You have to let go of the how, let go of the when, let go of the desperate need to control every detail of the unfolding. The grip doesn't help you create. The grip blocks creation. It's excess energy, excess importance, excess tension wrapped around your desire that actually slows everything down. Think about it this way. You plant the seed, you water it, you give it sunlight. That's your creative work. But then you have to let the seed do what seeds do. You don't dig it up every day to check it's growing. You don't squeeze it and demand it sprout faster. You trust the process. The great letting go is about releasing your grip on the process while staying true to your vision. It's about trusting that once you've done the inner work, the outer world reorganizes to match. It's about getting out of your own way so what you've created in consciousness can materialize in form. Everyone grips differently. Some people grip timelines, obsessing over when it should happen. Some grip form, insisting it has to look exactly like they pictured. Some grip the how, trying to figure out every step instead of letting the path reveal itself. This conversation is an invitation to open your hands, to keep your vision clear while releasing your stranglehold on the details, to be a powerful creator who also knows how to receive. You don't have to do this perfectly. You don't have to let go of everything at once. You just have to be willing to explore the difference between holding a vision and clutching it to death. Most people only understand half of the creation process. They understand the first half, the intention, the visualization, the state shift, the claiming of the new reality. They do the inner work. They embody the version of themselves who has what they want. They get their frequency right, and then they will ruin it. They ruin it by gripping, by checking, by obsessing over when it's going to happen, by monitoring reality every 5 minutes to see if it's working yet, by trying to force the how, control the path, manage every variable. The second half of creation is release. It's letting go. It's trusting that the order has been placed and the delivery is on its way. When you order something online, you don't call the warehouse every hour to make sure they're packing it. You don't track the delivery truck minute by minute, panicking that it's taking the wrong route. You place the order, you trust the process, you go about your life. That's the second half of creation, the release, the trust, the letting go that allows what you've called in to actually arrive. The grip creates what some teachers call excess potential or excess importance. It's like putting too much weight on one side of the scale. The universe has to balance it, and often the way it balances it is by delaying or redirecting what you're trying to create. The more desperate you want something, the more you push it away. The more you need it to happen, the more resistance you create. The more you check and monitor and obsess, the more you signal to the universe that you don't actually believe it's coming. Someone who truly believes their manifestation is on the way doesn't grip. They don't need to. They know it's handled. They've done their work, and now they can relax. The letting go isn't giving up on your creation. It's the completion of it. It's the final step that allows everything you built in consciousness to crystallize in form. You are a powerful creator, and powerful creators know when to act and when to release, when to build and when to let be, when to focus and when to surrender. The need to grip didn't come from nowhere. It has roots. At some point, most of us learned that the world wasn't safe, that we had to be vigilant, that if we relaxed, something could go wrong, that the only way to get what we needed was to force it, manage it, control it. And so we developed the grip as a protection strategy. If I can just control enough variables, I'll be safe. If I can just anticipate every problem, nothing will hurt me. If I can just hold on tight enough, I won't lose what I have. That was intelligent adaptation. It made sense at the time. It might have even kept you safe in certain situations. But the problem is, the grip that once protected you is now blocking your creations. The same energy that helped you survive is now creating resistance against what you're trying to manifest. The vigilance that once served you is now signaling distrust to the universe. The control that felt necessary is now excess importance that delays your desires. You're not that person anymore. You understand how reality works now. You know that you create through state, through frequency, through becoming. You don't need the grip the way you once did. But the pattern is still running. It's automatic. It's habitual. It kicks in before you even realize it's happening. You set an intention. You do the inner work. You start to embody your new reality, and then the grip comes in. The worry, the checking, the need to know how and when, the subtle panic that maybe it won't work. That grip is the old you, the one who didn't know they were a creator, the one who thought they had to force everything, the one who hadn't yet learned to trust. You can thank that part of you for its service. It did its part. It was trying to help. But it's operating from an outdated understanding of how reality works. The new you, the conscious creator, knows something different. The new you knows that trust is not weakness, that release isn't giving up, that letting go is actually the completion of the creative act. Let's get clear about what is actually in your domain and what isn't. You control your state, your frequency, your inner world, the version of yourself you choose to embody, the thoughts you entertain, the feelings you cultivate, the reality you tune into. This is enormous power. This is where all creation begins. This is the lever that moves worlds. What you don't control, what you release, is the how, the exact form, the precise timing, the specific pathway from here to there. You set the destination. You become the person who lives in that reality. You hold the frequency of your desire, and then you let the universe figure out the route. Think of it like GPS. You enter where you want to go. The GPS has access to information you don't. Traffic patterns, road closures, faster routes you wouldn't have known about. You trust the GPS to get you there, even when it takes you on unexpected roads. The universe is your GPS. You enter the destination through your state and intention. The universe calculates the fastest route based on information you couldn't possibly have. Your job is to follow the next indicated turn and trust the process. When you try to control the how, you're essentially telling the GPS you know better. You're ignoring its guidance and forcing your own route. And often that route is slower, harder, or leads you in circles. The how is not your business. The when is not your business. Your business is the what and the who. What you're creating and who you're becoming to receive it. This isn't about being passive. You still take action. You still follow inspiration. You still move toward your vision, but you do it with open hands, not clenched fists. You do it as a dance with the universe, not a wrestling match. Hold the vision, release the form, trust the path. This is the formula of the conscious creator. Surrender is the most misunderstood concept in manifestation. People hear surrender and think it means giving up, abandoning the dream, accepting defeat, becoming passive and letting life happen to you. That's not surrender. That's resignation. And they're completely different things. Resignation says, I give up because I don't believe I can create this. Surrender says, I release because I trust it's already done. Resignation is heavy with defeat. Surrender is light with faith. Resignation abandons the vision. Surrender holds the vision while releasing the grip. When you truly surrender, you're making a power move. You're saying to the universe, I've done my part. I've become the person. I've shifted my state. I've claimed this reality, and now I trust you to handle the details. That takes more strength than gripping. Anyone can grip. That's just fear. But to release, to trust, to let go when every instinct says hold tighter, that requires real power. Surrender is the ultimate expression of faith in your creative power. It says, I know this works. I know I'm that powerful. I know the universe responds to my state, so I don't need to grip. I can let go and know that what I've created is coming. The desperate grip says, I don't really believe this. I'm not sure I'm that powerful. I need to force it because I don't trust it will happen on its own. Feel the difference. The grip is weak. The surrender is strong. The greatest manifestors you've ever heard all share this quality. They set powerful intentions. They embody the visions completely, and then they release. They don't check constantly. They don't obsess over timing. They know it's done, so they can relax. That's the energy that allows manifestations to flow in fast. That's the state that removes all resistance. That's the surrender that completes the creation. You've placed the order. Now let's talk about the delivery system. When you shift your state and claim a new reality, you're placing an order with an infinitely intelligent universe. And that universe has a delivery system that's been running perfectly since the beginning of time. Look at your body right now. Your heart is beating, your lungs are breathing, billions of cells are doing exactly what they need to do. You're not managing any of this. And intelligence is running it flawlessly, without your conscious involvement. That same intelligence runs the universe, planets orbit, seasons change, seeds become trees. Everything unfolds according to an organizing wisdom that far exceeds anything your conscious mind could manage. This is the delivery system for your manifestations. This is what carries your creation from the realm of consciousness into physical form. This is what you're learning to trust. The intelligence that keeps your heart beating knows how to deliver your desires. The force that grows flowers from seeds knows how to grow your dreams into reality. The wisdom that orchestrates galaxies can certainly orchestrate your next opportunity. When you grip, you're essentially saying, I don't trust the delivery system. I need to manage this myself. I have to figure out every step because the universe can't be trusted to do its job. But you've already seen the evidence that the delivery system works. Think about things that have shown up in your life unexpectedly. Synchronicities, perfect timing, people who appeared exactly when you needed them, doors that opened without you forcing them. That was the delivery system. That was the universe doing its part. That was manifestation working the way it's supposed to work. Your job is to place the order clearly, through your state, your intention, your embodiment, and then trust the delivery. Go about your life. Follow inspiration when it comes. Take aligned action when it feels right. But stop trying to manage the warehouse and the trucks and the route. The delivery system has access to possibilities you can't even see. It knows shortcuts you don't even know exist. It can coordinate circumstances in ways your conscious mind could never orchestrate. Let it do its job. The how is where most people get stuck. They can set the intention, they can visualize the outcome. They can even shift their state and start embodying the new reality. But then they get tangled up in trying to figure out exactly how it's going to happen. How will the money come? How will I meet the right person? How will the opportunity appear? How will I get from here to there? And in trying to figure out the how, they limit what's possible, because the how they can imagine is limited by what they already know. It's limited by their past experience, their current understanding, their visible options. The universe isn't limited by any of that. The universe has access to hows you couldn't dream of, possibilities you don't know exist, pathways that aren't visible from where you are standing. When you insist on knowing the how, you shrink your manifestation to the size of your current imagination. You force it through the narrow channels of what you can figure out. You block all the miraculous routes the universe might have used. Release the how. Hold the vision. Be crystal clear on what you're creating. Embody the version of yourself who has it. But leave the how completely open. This or something better, that's the energy. You're not attached to it coming through a specific channel. You're not demanding it show up in a particular way. You're open to any pathway, including ones you couldn't have imagined. Some of the best things that have ever happened to you came in through unexpected channels. Relationships that started in random moments. Opportunities that appeared from nowhere. Money that showed up from sources you never would have predicted. That's the universe working unobstructed. That's what happens when you release the how and let the delivery system do its magic. Your manifestation might be trying to come to you right now through a door you're not looking at because you're so focused on the door you think it should come through. Turn around, look around, stay open to all the doors. The how is not your business. Let it go. It's one reason I tell people not to focus on winning the lottery. The lottery is just the how. You can still get that $1 billion, that $100 million, if you truly believe, but you let go of the how. There are infinite ways it can happen for you. Timing is another place people grip. It should have happened by now. When is this going to manifest? I've been waiting too long. Maybe it's not working. The timeline in your head is arbitrary. You made it up, based on impatience, comparison, and fear. There's no cosmic law that says your manifestation should arrive by a specific date on your calendar. Though you can speed it up when you're in aligned states. Divine timing is real, and it often doesn't match human timing. Sometimes the delay is preparation. You're being ready to receive what you've asked for. Things are being arranged behind the scenes. You're being upgraded to match the frequency of your desire. Sometimes the delay is protection. What you wanted wasn't actually the best version. Something better is being prepared. The timing you're resisting is actually saving you from settling. Sometimes the delay is about other variables you can't see. Other people are being moved into place. Circumstances are being coordinated. The full picture is being assembled. Your impatience doesn't speed things up. Your frustration with timing doesn't help. In fact, it often slows things down because impatience and frustration are low-frequency states that create resistance. The fastest way to manifest is to release the when, to be in such a state of trust and embodiment that you're not even checking the clock, to be so fully in the reality of having that you're not counting the days until it arrives. Someone who truly has what they want doesn't watch the calendar anxiously. They're not calculating how long it's been. They're living in the reality of their desire. This is exactly the state that draws it in fastest. Release the timeline. Trust divine timing. Know that everything is arriving at exactly the right moment, the moment you're truly ready, and all the pieces are in place, when the timing is actually perfect. Your job is not to manage the calendar. Your job is to stay in the state the timing will handle itself. I do believe that manifestation is happening faster, and that we're moving towards instantaneous manifestation. And I believe if you follow these principles and fully embody, you will find that these things move faster, and that focusing on the how slows it down. Sometimes what you're creating shows up differently than you pictured. And if you're gripping the exact form, you might not even recognize it when it arrives. You asked for abundance, and it came as an opportunity instead of a check. You asked for love, and it came in a different package than you imagined. You asked for freedom, and it came through a door you weren't watching. The essence of your desire is more important than the form. The feeling you want is more important than the specific way it shows up. Behind every desire is a deeper desire. You don't just want money, you want what money represents: security, freedom, options, ease. You don't just want a relationship, you want connection, love, partnership, and growth. When you grip the exact form, you limit how the universe can deliver the essence. You say, it has to look exactly like this, or I won't accept it. And you might miss the even better version that's trying to come through. Release the form, hold the essence, be open to how it shows up. This doesn't mean you can't have preferences. You can want specific things, you can visualize specific outcomes, but underneath the specifics, stay connected to the essence and stay open to something even better than what you pictured. The universe knows what you really want. It reads the energy behind your desire, not just the words. And sometimes it delivers something that matches the energy even better than what you consciously requested. This or something better always, holding the vision while remaining open to even more perfect manifestation, trusting that what arrives might exceed what you imagined. Stay curious, stay open. Let the form surprise you. Letting go isn't just mental, it's physical. The grip lives in your body. The tension of trying to control lives in your muscles, your fascia, your nervous system. Every time you've clenched around a manifestation, your body clenched too. Right now you can begin to release this physically, and when the body releases the manifestation, resistance releases with it. Start with your hands. Feel them right now. Notice if they're tense, curled tight. Consciously soften them. Let them go completely loose. Open your palms. This is the physical gesture of receiving, open hands, ready to accept what's coming. Now your jaw. So much control lives here, the clenching against uncertainty, the grinding against things not happening fast enough. Let your jaw go slack. Let there be space between your upper and lower teeth. Let the muscles of your face soften completely. Your shoulders, they're probably holding the weight of managing the universe, trying to figure everything out, carrying responsibility for the how and the when. Let them drop all the way down. You don't have to carry this. The universe is handling the logistics. Your chest, notice any tightness around your heart, the anxiety about whether your manifestation is coming, the fear that maybe it won't work. Let it soften. Let the walls come down. Open to receiving. Your belly, this is where you hold the fear of not getting what you need, the primal anxiety about survival and lack. Let your belly be soft. Let it release. Let it relax, as if you already know, really know that everything you need is coming to you. As you soften your body, you're literally releasing resistance. You're moving from the tight frequency of grip to the open frequency of receiving. You're becoming a match for what you've already created. This is what embodied trust feels like: soft, open, receptive, not collapsed, alive, not passive, ready. The body of someone who knows their manifestation is coming. Return to this physical state whenever you notice yourself gripping. Soften the hands, release the jaw, drop the shoulders, open the belly. The body can return you to surrender faster than the mind can think its way there. Letting go doesn't mean sitting around waiting. You're still a creator. You still take action. You still move toward your vision. The difference is in how you take action. Action from grip is forced. It's desperate. It's pushing against resistance. It's trying to make things happen through sheer effort and willpower. It comes from fear that nothing will work unless you force it. Action from release is aligned. It's inspired. It's flowing with the current instead of fighting it. It comes from trust that you're guided, that the next step will be revealed, that your action is part of a larger dance. When you're in the released state, you get impulses, ideas pop in. You feel drawn to certain things. You have sudden urges to reach out to someone, explore something, create something. Those impulses are the universe guiding you. That's the delivery system showing you your part. That's the next turn on the GPS. Follow those impulses, take the action, but take it with open hands. Do your part and then release attachment to the result. Give your full effort and then let go of your grip on the outcome. This is the dance of creation. Act and release, move and let go. Effort and surrender. You're not passive, but you're not forcing. You're engaged, but you're not attached. The action doesn't have to be perfect. The step doesn't have to be exactly right. When you're released, even imperfect action leads to your destination because the universe is guiding the overall trajectory. Take the action. Let go of the grip. Trust that what you've set in motion is working, and stay ready for the next impulse, the next inspiration, the next guided step. Here's the beautiful paradox at the heart of all this. When you truly let go, things manifest faster. When you release the desperate need, what you want often appears more quickly. When you stop gripping, you become more magnetic. It doesn't make logical sense to the mind. The mind says, if I let go, I'll lose it. If I stop trying to control, nothing will happen. If I surrender, I'm giving up. But the opposite is true. The grip creates resistance. The release allows flow. The desperate energy pushes things away. The trusting energy draws things in. Think about anything you've ever forced. Relationships you tried to make work through sheer will. Jobs you clung to past their time. Situations you tried to manipulate into shape. How did that work out? Now think about things that flowed, connections that happened effortlessly, opportunities that appeared without straining, synchronicities that you couldn't have planned. That's what's possible when you release. The paradox goes deeper. The more okay you are without the thing, the faster the thing tends to come. The less you need it, the more you attract it. The more complete you feel right now, the more completion shows up in your external world. This is why the state work matters so much. When you embody the version of yourself who already has what you desire, you're genuinely okay right now. You're not needing, lacking, you're not desperate. And from that state, manifestation flows easily. You don't let go in order to get. That would just be another form of grip, manipulation of the process. You let go because it's the truth, because you really do trust, because you genuinely are okay. And then, as a natural byproduct, things flow. The paradox resolves when you understand that you're not letting go of the desire. You're letting go of the grip around the desire. The wanting can stay. The desperate clutching has to go. The grip will come back. This isn't failure, it's human. The pattern is deep, and it doesn't dissolve overnight. You'll find yourself clutching again, worrying again, trying to control again. The goal isn't to never grip. The goal is to notice faster and release quicker, to catch yourself sooner, to have less time between gripping and letting go. When you notice the grip returning, don't make it a problem. Don't grip the gripping. Just notice it with some curiosity. Oh, look, I'm doing that thing. The old pattern is running. Then return to your body. Soften the hands, release the jaw, drop the shoulders. The physical release will help trigger the mental and emotional release. Remind yourself of the truth. The universe has a delivery system. You've placed your order through your state. The how and when are not your business. Your only job is to stay in the frequency of having and trust the process. Take aligned action. Repeatedly meditate. That's fine. You might need to remind yourself 100 times a day at first. That's fine. Each reminder is strengthening the new pattern. Each release is making it easier to release next time. Be patient with yourself. You're rewiring years, maybe decades of programming. You're learning a new way of relating to desire and creation. It takes practice. It takes repetition. It takes time. But every time you notice and release, you're building the muscle of surrender. You're proving to yourself that letting go is safe. You're creating new neural pathways that make release more automatic. The grip will come back less and less. The release will come faster and faster until one day you realize you've been trusting for a long time without even thinking about it. That's mastery. That's the new normal. The ultimate letting go is letting go into the state of already having. This is where creation and surrender meet. This is where the two halves become one. When you truly live in the state of your fulfilled desire, there's nothing to grip. You already have it. The version of you who already has what you want doesn't need to control, doesn't need to force, doesn't need to check if it's working. They just live. They exist in that reality. They go about their day knowing that everything is handled, everything is flowing, everything is as it should be. That's the state you're stepping into now. The state where creation and release are the same thing, where you're holding your vision so fully that you've let go of everything else. In this state, you don't need to monitor. You don't need to check. You don't need to count the days or analyze the signs. You're already living in the reality of your desire. The external is just catching up. Think about something you already have, something you take completely for granted. Maybe your ability to breathe, maybe the chair you're sitting in. You don't grip these things. You don't worry about whether they'll be there. They just are. They're part of your reality. That's the relationship you're developing with your desire. It just is. It's part of your reality. It's as certain as breathing. There's nothing to grip because there's nothing to worry about. This is the state where manifestation becomes effortless, not because you're not creating, but because creation and release have unified. You're creating by being. You're manifesting by existing in the state. And the letting go is built right in. because you're already there. Live in the state. Let everything else go. You're becoming a new kind of creator, a creator who knows how to hold vision and release. You understand that power includes the power to let go. You have mastered both halves of the manifestation process. This is your new identity. You are someone who creates powerfully. Your intentions are clear. Your state work is strong. You know how to embody the version of yourself who has what you desire. And you are someone who releases gracefully. You trust the delivery system. You don't grip the how or the when. You let the universe handle the logistics while you stay in the frequency of having. You are someone who takes aligned action without attachment. You follow inspiration, move towards your vision, do your part, and then you let go. You give your best and release the rest. You are someone who trusts the process completely, not because you've seen proof, but because you understand how creation works. You know that trust is not the reward of manifestation. Trust is the condition for manifestation. You are someone who is at peace with uncertainty. You don't need to know every step. You're comfortable in the mystery. You find excitement rather than fear in the unknown, because you know that's where miracles live. This identity is already present within you. It's not something you're building from scratch. It's something you're uncovering. The gripper was the mask. The released creator is who you've always been. And from now on, when you catch yourself gripping, remember this identity. Ask yourself, how would the released creator handle this? How would someone who trusts respond? And act from that place, not perfectly, never perfectly, but more and more. The new identity becoming more solid with each choice is to release. You've taken an important step. You've recognized that letting go isn't the opposite of creating. It's the completion of it. That release isn't weakness, it's the ultimate expression of creative power. That surrender isn't giving up on your dreams, it's allowing them to materialize. The great letting go is a practice, something you'll return to again and again, a choice you'll make daily, moment by moment, as you continue to create your reality. Some days will be easier than others. Some days you'll flow beautifully. Other days the old grip will return and you'll catch yourself white-knuckling your desires again. That's okay. That's the practice. Notice and release, grip and let go, again and again with increasing ease. Remember, you are a powerful creator. Your intentions matter. Your state work is real. You are genuinely shaping your reality with your consciousness. And the universe has a delivery system that can be trusted. The how and when are being handled. Your job is to place the order through your state and then let go and get out of the way. Hold the vision. Release the grip. Trust the process. Live in the state. This is the complete formula. Creation and surrender. Power and trust. Holding and releasing. Let go and let God. Your manifestations are on their way. Everything you've created in consciousness is organizing in the field, preparing to materialize in form. The delivery system is working on your behalf right now. All you have to do is stay in the state and let go of everything else. The great letting go has begun, and it will continue deepening and expanding as you become a master of both creation and release. Trust the process. It is already working. Before we go, I'd like to remind you that there are tickets available for my live in-person event in Newark, New Jersey. If you live in New York City, it's the perfect place to go. This will be a 3-day immersive meditation experience. I would love to meet you there. It's happening on February 27th through March 1st. You can get tickets at www.brianscottlive.com/February-2026. Now is the time to join the Reality Revolution community at school.com/Reality Revolution. We have weekly live coaching. We have exclusive content and trainings, the most amazing community, something I'm so proud of. I will hope to see you there. Now's the time to subscribe to my second channel, The Brian Scott Musical Experience, where you'll get new music on a weekly basis. I'd also love it if you checked out my art at www.newearth.art. We have new paintings coming out every week. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. Sending you all my light, all my love, and welcome to the Reality Revolution. felt it. That pull, like you're supposed to be somewhere else. Someone else. Like there's a version of your life that's already happening and you're just watching it from the wrong side of the glass. What if that version isn't somewhere else? What if it's right here, waiting for you to step into it? Not through years of work, not through more information, through a single moment of actual shift. Three days, one room. Everything changes. The East Coast finally has a door, and it's opening on February 27th. The question isn't whether you're ready, it's whether you'll answer.